Hello everyone and welcome to the official Bedrock Speedrun YouTube channel. I'm Smitch and today we'll be going over legendary runners Danny15 Let's Play Survival series from July 2020. The series starts with Danny15, or should I say Sarah15381, creating a world named Let's Play on a random seed on hard difficulty. He spawns in a mesa biome, he finds an underground mineshaft and a bit later a ruined portal. After gathering some basic resources, he cuts to him having died to a zombie due to interesting occurrence. After the death, he gathers basic resources again and goes mining, but sadly finds nothing. A bit of exploring later, he finds a raids a pillager outpost, getting some useful loot from the chest. After exploring a bit more, he decides the best place to set up a basic base is a plains biome near spawn. In the nearby beach, he finds a baby turtle and tries to capture it unsuccessfully. A bit of exploring later, he finds and raids another pillager outpost. He then cuts to him having fallen in a ravine with some dangerous slimes and for the first time in the series, diamonds. After a bit of exploring in the ravine, he finds lots more diamonds and returns to his base where he organizes his loot and makes another portal. This is the end of the first episode. In this episode, he obtains full armor and tools, some diamonds, and he constructs a working nether portal. Now, let's move on to the second episode. The video starts with Danny listing his main goals for this episode, which are 1. Construct a basic nether base, 2. Obtain netherite, 3. Get key items from the nether dimension. He enters the nether and spawns in a crimson forest next to a wall. After bartering a little, he gets some leather, but there is something he did not expect. He finds a nether fortress 100 blocks away from the portal, which is insane for a random seed survival world. After fighting blazes and wither skeletons for a while, he gets very unlucky, getting 0 blaze rods from 9 blazes, which has around a 1 in 512 chance of happening, but this does not slow him down. He continues slaying mobs and he gets all the blaze rods he needs not long after. He also gets very lucky with a piglin bartering and gets all the ender pearl he needs with minimal effort. After that, he leaves the nether and sets up a basic enchanting table space to enchant his gear. When he finishes enchanting his gear, Danny, like always, uses his huge brain to come up with the smartest idea ever. He collects cobwebs from the mineshaft to create beds, which he will use to bed bomb in the nether in hopes of getting ancient debris. So that's exactly what he does. After gathering 4 ancient debris, he goes back to the overworld where he makes and applies his first netherite on his sword. With a netherite sword, Danny now feels comfortable enough to explore and find the stronghold, so he crafts 16 eyes of ender and starts his journey. After a while, he finds a stronghold village, but he forgets he has a bad omen effect from the 2 pillager outposts he raided in the last episode, causing him to trigger a raid by accident. But Danny is not a typical Minecraft player who will get intimidated by this. Danny, like the gangster he is, he ignores the raid and starts digging down at the village well, finding the stronghold. He then cuts into him having found a portal room with an Unbreaking 3 book and a mending book he found from the nearby library. The episode ends with him activating the end portal. This is the end of the second episode. In this episode, Danny gets all the loot he needs from the nether, enchants his gear, finds the portal room in the stronghold, and being ready to fight the ender dragon in his next episode. The third episode begins with him entering the end dimension through the end portal found in the stronghold. He begins his long fight with the ender dragon by destroying all the end crystals except one. He finally kills the ender dragon after a long fight and collects the dragon. After that, he teleports to the outer end islands using an end gateway where he finds his first end city. This episode is mainly looting end cities, so there is not much action. A while later, he finally finds an end city with an end ship, which has a elytra. He obtains the elytra and starts enchanting his new gear inside the end city. He then leaves the end using end gateways and at his base enters the nether where he has returned to mine for more netherite. Lots of bed bombing later, he finishes his mining mission with 30 ancient debris. At the overworld, he explores the mesa biome for a bit to gather more gold, which he uses to create netherite ingots that he applies on the rest of his loot. That was the third episode, not very eventful, but still a good episode nonetheless. This sadly means that the series has ended, and I will explain why there is no more episodes. Danny has uploaded the 4th episode on his channel, and we suspect it's fake, and it was uploaded 6 days after the last one and had so much progress done it's impossible. He had a fully drained ocean monument with a functional guardian farm. He has constructed the foundations for his mega base, which is impossible to be done in a 6-day period. The video is so fake even Danny felt bad and unlisted it. The only way to view it is by going to the Let's Play playlist on his YouTube channel, and you will find it in the list. As we can see, this is where Danny's real intentions were sown. By splicing his Let's Play and using creative and other cheats to fool the Minecraft community into thinking he's a good player, exactly like what he's doing now with speedruns. Anyways, that is all for this video. Thank you all for watching, and Danny, if you're seeing this, please continue this series and don't cheat.